Okay, so let us start. Assignment 1. Can you do question number 4? Displacement time graph of two bodies are shown. What are the ratios of velocity of A to that of B? How to do? What is the main idea?
Slope.
DT graph is
Slope of?
displacement and time graph is
Yes.
Displacement and time.
Slope of
velocity.
ST graph is velocity. Slope of ST graph is velocity, and we can tell that for A curve, A graph is this one. For this, the slope is tan 30 degrees. Therefore, I can say velocity for A is equal to
1 by
tan
30.
degrees, which is 1 by root 3.
1 by root 3.
Okay.
VB
And
equals to root
velocity
3.
of B will be equal to tan of 60 degrees,
Tan
which will be
60,
equal to
root
root 3.
Root 3.
Therefore, which is greater? VB is greater than
1 by 3.
VA. VB is greater than VA. They are asking ratio. Ratio is
Ratio, sir. 1 by 3, sir.
1 by 3, correct. Ratio will be 1 by 3. So we're getting answer as 3. Question number, these remaining questions also we can do, but I think let me cover few questions of graphs first. Then I will come to this. Although the questions in which graphs are not plotted, those are also questions of graphs. If you want, we can plot the graphs for those also. Question number 12. Can we do this one? Question
Yesterday
number
we
12.
did, sir.
I think you know already, right? We have done already
Yes,
yesterday
sir,
that
yes,
it
sir.
is increasing and decreasing. If it is increasing and decreasing, what I told you, just one method. Here, acceleration is alpha, retardation is beta. Then alpha into T1 is equal to beta into T2,
T2.
which is equal to alpha beta divided by alpha plus beta into total T interval. If we know this thing, then I can determine what is the velocity maximum attained. Vmax here. Can we attain Vmax? We can. Vmax is nothing but this. This is
Alpha
Vmax.
beta.
This is also equal to Vmax. Once we know Vmax, can we get the area under the graph, which will be displacement? They are not asking that, but in general, what they are asking, is their total time lapse maximum velocity. They are asking maximum velocity reached. But in general, if they ask displacement also, displacement will be average velocity into time, or half into base into height. We can do half into height into base. This V by 2 is average velocity. I have told you before that whenever the graph is linear, like a straight line, then if initial velocity is known and final velocity is known in any interval, then average of that velocity will be initial velocity plus final velocity divided by 2. In this case, 0 plus V by 2 is the average velocity for first interval. What is for the second interval? Initial velocity V, final 0. So average is again V plus
Final
0
0,
by
V
2.
by 2.
If average in both intervals is same, then I can take finally displacement will be total average velocity into total time, and average velocity is same for both. Now mainly I revised it just for one purpose, so that you can do question number 13 yourself. Will you try to do 13 now? Please read the question once and try to get the answer for this.
Sir, once go to question 12, sir.
Question number 12, yes. What is doubt?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nothing, sir.
Okay.
Just saying.
Now question number 13. For question number 13, train starts from rest and moves with uniform acceleration alpha for some time and acquires a velocity v. It then moves with constant velocity and then retards at a rate beta and finally comes to rest. This time we have to find total time of the interval if L is the distance between two stations. Let us do it. Make a graph for the question number 13. What would be the graph? Velocity versus time graph. Like this. Total length, total area under the graph is given because they have said that total displacement is equal to L. It starts from rest, acquires some maximum velocity,
And then goes constantly and then retards it.
yes, then goes constantly and then retards. So what is the acceleration? Alpha. What is the retardation again? Beta.
Beta.
It means if they are saying acceleration is alpha, it means I can say that tan of theta 1 is alpha and tan of theta 2 is beta. That is what it means. Okay. Because slope of
Yes, sir.
VT graph is acceleration. So if I want to divide it into 3 intervals, then for the first part of the journey, let us now consider each interval separately. For the first interval, for the second, and for the third. For second interval, it is uniform motion. For the first interval, acceleration can be found as, let us call first interval acceleration as A1 for the first interval, that is slope of VT graph for the first interval, which is equal to tan theta 1, but it is already given to us as
And
alpha.
theta 1. Yes.
And A3 for the third interval, again slope of VT graph, although it is retardation, and we can see that the speed is decreasing because as we increase the time, the speed is decreasing with time. But we can just write it as tan of theta 2 magnitude wise.
Sir,
Okay. Yes.
sir, that slope angle we have to take in anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction, sir?
We have to take slope angle always in
Anti-clockwise.
anti-clockwise direction. While I am writing in this way, it is not the actual slope, it is magnitude of the slope. So this is magnitude of the retardation beta. It has no sign here, it is magnitude wise. Understood?
Sir, then we have to write cot theta too, no, sir?
No, not
Tan-
cot. Cot, it will never become cot. How will it become cot? Let us say I want to write this angle theta 3, let us say. Actual slope is tan theta 3. But tan theta 3 will be tan of pi minus theta 2, which will be minus tan theta 2. Magnitude wise tan theta 2 only.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Magnitude wise tan theta 2 only. So I am finding magnitude wise. Okay.
But actually it's negative, sir.
Yes, slope is negative. I agree. Slope is negative. Let me correct it. Why I am writing in this way? I should write this is okay, but next A3 I will write magnitude of slope. Okay, now
Okay.
right? Slope is equal to tan theta 3, but it is negative because tan of obtuse angle is negative. Therefore, I am just taking magnitude of slope, and magnitude of slope is equal to tan theta 2. Okay. Tan theta 3 is equal to minus of tan theta 2. So fine. Now what will be the total average of first and the third interval? I have told you before, if I have to take this, I can get it easily because same method, alpha into T1 will be equal to beta into, let us say this time interval is T1, this is T2. What is T2? T3, let us say this is T1 and this is T3. Can I say alpha into T1 is equal to beta into T3 the way I said last time?
Yes, sir.
If it is still not clear to you, you can think in geometrical terms also. We know V represents here. This distance is V.
Yes, sir.
So I can say perpendicular is V and base is T1. then I can say that alpha into or tan theta 1 into T1 tan theta 1 is equal to V. Okay, V upon T1 is tan theta 1.
Yes, sir.
So that way also we can say y alpha into T1 is coming out to be equal to V. Geometrically we can say, or by formula we can say. We know if I look at the first interval, then V1 is equal to initial velocity of first interval plus acceleration of first interval into time of the first interval. There are different methods to say, geometrically or by formula, that is 0 plus alpha into T1 is V1. This is also one way. Now, what would be similarly for the last interval? For the last interval, V3 will be equal to U3 plus A3 into T3. But I can again say U3 is U3. What is the final initial velocity of the third interval? Initial velocity of the third interval is again V only. So V, but it is retarding. So slope is negative minus beta into T3 is equal to finally 0. So we are getting V again equal to beta times T3. Here we were getting V is equal to alpha times.
Sir, why U3 is equal to V, sir?
What else it is? Tell me.
Sir, just I got that.
This is V.
Yes, sir.
No, is it understood or not? It is same. It is parallel to time
Yes,
axis.
sir.
So
Yes,
this
sir.
simply
Yes,
remains
sir. Yes, sir.
V only. Okay. Anyway, I don't know, but it is taking more time for me to explain. But if we have to really do it, then it can be done all in one. It can be done all in one instant only. Alpha into T1 we can write quickly as beta into T3. Is it okay? Alpha
Yes,
into T1 we can write as beta into T3 at that instant only, because we know from the above experience also here, and then we can write it as what it will be finally alpha into what is the average, what is the final velocity V? V, as I told you, same equation. Let me write again. V is equal to alpha into T1 is equal to beta into T3. So it can be written as alpha beta upon alpha plus beta into T1 plus T3, right? What about for the middle interval? Middle interval is easiest to tackle because in that case time interval is just L by V. What is the time interval for the middle one? Not L by V, sorry. I was saying it not in L by V. Time interval for the middle one, we don't know. Some other unknown. Let us say it is covering. This time is, total time is given or not? Not given. Just speeds are given, finally comes to rest. What is the total time interval? It is unknown only. Let us take it is equal to T2. Then we have one equation. Total time interval will be equal to T1 plus T3 plus T2. That is equal to
V by alpha plus V by beta.
That is equal to V by alpha
Plus V by beta.
plus V by beta and plus the
Plus
middle
T2.
time. Middle time is unknown, that is T2. And this total L is also given. We have to use that information. What is the distance covered? Distance covered is equal to L. L is equal to half of area under the VT graph. Area under VT graph. What is area under VT graph? That is half of sum of parallel sides. So one side it is T1 plus T2 plus T3 and other side it is just V. This is area under VT graph. No, sum of parallel sides, sorry. This is one side length, other side length is T2 into distance between the sides, that is V. You know area of trapezium? This is one side length.
Yes, sir. Half
This
HA
sum
plus.
of parallel sides. Sum of parallel
Yes,
sides
sir.
into half into distance between the sides, that is V.
Two parallels.
This is L. Now in this entire question, I think T2 is only unknown, which we can get easily. Remaining all things are known to us. T1 plus T3 also known. Half of V by alpha plus V by beta plus 2 into T2 whole into V is equal to L. Can we get T2 from here?
L by V minus V by 2 into 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta.
That is answer then. We are getting it as V by alpha plus V by beta plus T2, which you found as
L by V minus V by 2 into 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta.
V by 2 into 1 by alpha plus
1 by alpha
1 by
plus
1 by
beta.
beta. So I can write plus L by V minus V by 2 into 1 by alpha plus 1 by beta. This is it. So this thing is again repeating here. V by alpha plus V by beta. Here also V by alpha plus V by beta. But there is 1 by 2 with it. So we can get it as V by 2 into 1 by alpha plus
1 by
1 by
alpha plus 1 by
beta
beta.
plus L by
Plus L
V.
by 2.
That is the total time. That is the total time. So don't think that it is very lengthy how to do. Just explanation is taking more time. But if you have to do, I think you can start just directly at this step. It is enough for you, right or not? If you are very good enough to find out quickly, T1 is nothing but V by alpha, T2 is nothing but V by beta, then you can do it in this step only. We should, and this thing we know, V is equal to alpha T1, V is equal to beta T3. So T1 is equal to V by alpha, T3 is equal to, this is T3 by the way, this is T3. Next, question number 16. Particle from rest moves along a straight line with constant acceleration. Then displacement versus time graph. Displacement, velocity versus displacement graph. Will it be 1, 2, 3, 4?
1, sir.
1 is
Two,
wrong.
Three, sir.
2 may be right. I'm not sure. 3 is definitely wrong. 1 is definitely wrong.
2, sir.
2 may be right or 4 may be right. We have to check. Both are curvilinear graphs. One of the curves may be correct. Which curve is correct? We have to check on.
Square directly proportional to S.
V square minus U square is equal to 2AS, right?
V square directly proportional to S.
V square is directly proportional to S and U square is just a constant. So I can say 2 into AS plus U square. U square is just a constant. So then in this I can say clearly that V into dV by ds is also acceleration. You know that V into dV by ds. That is acceleration. Initially V is 0. dV by ds is this. They are giving U as 0 because they are starting from rest, I think. Let me check. Rest. Then U 0, then I am getting only just 2as. Then graph is parabola. Which side parabola? Upside or downside? S will always remain positive here if A is positive. If A is positive, S will always remain positive, then the graph will be like this. But it will be actually total parabola equation will be this. Total parabola graph will be like this, right side parabola. But unfortunately, in the second graph, they are giving it curving downwards, which is wrong. So I have to reject the second one. Now come to fourth one. In fourth one, I am getting again wrong only. All are wrong only. Nothing is right in this.
One more time you explain that, sir. Why second one is wrong?
Sir, could you please send that PDF, sir?
I send. I'm sending daily. I think. No? Yesterday also I have sent. I will send this also. PDF I have sent long back only. This PDF you are saying. Are you talking
Yes,
about
sir.
this PDF of questions
Yes.
that I have already sent long back? You have not got it? It is in classroom.
Okay, sir, I will see.
You search it there. Okay. Now let me tell you again why it is this. First of all, you understand that here V square is 2as. That is okay. There are two possibilities. Case 1, case 2. One case acceleration is positive. Another case acceleration is negative. Forget the graph which is given. You plot your own graph. Now you know this is a parabola graph once that is clear to everyone. One more thing. S is, because if first case, if I take case 1, in case 1 acceleration is positive, this is positive, 2 is positive, v square is also positive, then S cannot be negative, means S has to be positive. What kind of parabola curves I have? I have rightward parabola curve, leftward parabola curve, upward parabola curve, or downward parabola curve. There are different types of possibilities or not, right?
Yes, sir.
So although
Yes.
there could be oblique also, but you are not concerned with that. For you will be getting these only mainly. This case is, it is which side parabola? We can say S always remains positive. S will remain positive only in which case? If I have right side facing parabola this way, then S will always remain positive, right or not? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Therefore this graph. Now second graph is for acceleration is negative. If acceleration is negative, then displacement will always remain negative. So let me plot the second one.
Negative.
Second one will be almost similar, but it's slight difference.
Sir, but the bottom
Sir,
side of
constant
this
acceleration, sir.
displacement will go to third quadrant, sir.
Wait a second.
Sir, in question देगा constant acceleration है, sir.
I have also taken constant acceleration.
Try to take a greater than 0 or a less than 0, sir.
These are two different cases. They have not given acceleration is positive or negative. They are giving a constant. Then why does it tell you that if it is constant, then what do you mean by that? Does it mean acceleration should be positive? Constant means constant. It could be negative constant. It could be positive constant.
Yes, sir. It can be retardation or acceleration.
It can be retardation or it can be acceleration. How do we know that? Again, you are missing. Again, you are not understanding. I have warned you several times. You are still saying wrong thing only. I told you acceleration positive or acceleration negative. Both cases can give us speeding up. You are thinking again in that terms only, which you are learning from the earlier classes, that acceleration negative means retardation, acceleration positive means speeding up. Again, it is wrong. Why are you saying such words? Don't say acceleration negative is retardation. I told you when V and A are of opposite signs, then it is retardation. When V and A are of opposite sign, then it is retardation, otherwise not. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
And this graph is for positive and this graph is for negative acceleration. So which is retardation part here? This part is V is positive in this part and A is already positive for this entire graph. So for this upper part, it is speeding up. And what about the lower part? For the lower part, V is negative, but acceleration is positive. So this part is of retardation. Although acceleration is positive for this part also, but it is example of retardation. Okay.
Yes, sir.
What about in this case? In this case, A is negative, but V is positive in this part of the curve. Then this part is retardation. And the lower part is speeding up. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Then we are getting what we are getting then. None of these graphs. I could consider one graph correct if they give it. Even if they don't give the lower part, no problem in that. At least one part should be correct. But they are not
Sir,
giving any of
maybe B is only right, sir, because the graph may also be some printing mistake. No,
this.
sir.
It is printing mistake. I think it should not be curving downwards. So let
Yes,
us
sir,
change
it
this
should
graph
not go
slightly.
curved downwards, sir.
Let us change this graph slightly. Let us remove this part here. Then it is finally I can say then second will be correct. If I don't assume the part to be curving downwards, it will be parabola never curves downwards. It will be going like this. Okay. It will not be curving downwards. It can curve downwards, but that is different kind of parabola then. That is downward facing parabola. That can go this way also, but it is not downward facing parabola. We know already. It is rightward facing parabola. This cannot curve downwards. Right.
Yes,
We are
sir.
getting anyway answer for this. What about Other questions, let me take once. Any other graph? First, let me finish graph-based question. Then after that, I will take others. Question number 24. Can we do this one? Please read the question once. Take some time. After that, I will explain.
Option D, sir.
Getting option D already. Let us check now whether it is right or not. Car is moving on a straight road, right? And VT graph, acceleration versus time graph. For this, acceleration is positive or not? Slope is positive.
Yes, sir.
For
Slope is
0 to
positive.
10, 0 to 10, slope is positive. And slope of VT graph represents acceleration. So what acceleration it is having? Let us find the slope. Tan theta is equal to
4 by 10, sir.
perpendicular 4 by 10, then it is 0.4.
0.4.
So acceleration for the first interval is 0.4.
0.4.
For the second interval, velocity is constant. So acceleration for the second interval is 0
0, sir.
because velocity is constant. For the third interval, again we can find acceleration by taking the perpendicular, which is 4 unit, and base,
4
which is
and
10
that
unit
is
again.
10, sir.
So
Again,
A3 is
0.4,
again
sir.
0.4. And then come to fourth interval. In fourth
It
interval,
is
30 to
negative
50.
slope, sir.
What is the perpendicular in the fourth interval? Perpendicular is 8
8, sir.
This one.
and this is
20, sir.
10. Then I
20.
can say
20,
A4
20,
is minus
20, sir. 30 to 50.
20. So minus 8 upon
Minus
20.
0.4, sir.
Minus 0.4. I think I should not have stopped here. It is same straight line up to this. So then I can continue up to that also. I can say this fourth interval is not up to 50. Fourth interval is up to 60. And then again 60 to 10 and again 4. Everywhere it is 0.4 only. One thing is clear, everywhere it is 0.4. But in some places it is positive, in some places it is negative. And in one place it is 0 also. So then the graph will be,
Yes, sir.
then the graph will be, which case is 0? 10 to 20. 10 to 20,
10
0,
to
10 to
20,
20, 0, 10. In all the cases, they are giving 10 to 20, 0. But definitely this is not a graph. We don't have a variable acceleration graph. We have a constant acceleration graph because VT graphs are always in parts. Those are always in straight lines. So AT graph will be not like this. It is not possible. Then which is possible here? This is also not possible because I have only 3 possible accelerations, 0.4, 0 and minus 0.4. But here I can see one other acceleration is also there, not possible. Let us check 4
30
and
to 60 is negative acceleration, sir. So totally it will
30
be down, sir.
30 to 60 is
Then
negative.
immediately
Then
we can say it's fourth one.
then immediately we can say it is fourth. Correct. Immediately we can say it is fourth. Right only. Question number 25. Question number 25. Particle is moving in a circle of radius r with speed v, as shown in the figure. The magnitude of the change in velocity in moving from P to
This
Q is.
question came in exam, sir.
So you have done already now.
Yes,
Right.
sir.
Right. Let us see.
Data by 2.
Question number 30. Can you do this? Displacement is simple only, I think. Can you find displacement here?
Yes, sir.
Positive area. This we have to take negative area. Reason? Downward is negative. So if they ask speed, then both areas will be taken positive. Otherwise, lower one will be taken negative. This is displacement. What is upper area? Upper area is again trapezium area. You can get it easily. Lower area also you can get it. It is not tough. You can do it. I am leaving it for you. Question number 38. Slope of line is this, and distance traveled by body in time interval OB is. Can you determine the distance traveled? Find out the distance traveled in 38 question. Slope of the line is given as m. Means what is given to us? Tan theta is m. We are noticing answer is not in terms of t. So I have to write it as tan theta is u by t. What is t? U by m. Then I have to find area under the graph. What is that area? Area will be half into base into height. Are you listening?
Yes, sir.
Half into base is t into height. Height is u. But t we have to replace back in terms of u because they have not given answer in terms of
U
t.
square by 2m.
So it is becoming u square by 2m. Means our fourth answer, fourth option. What about question number 40? Can you do this one? Distance traveled in 4 seconds. I think simple again, area under the graph. We can do it. It is not tough at all. Yes.
We can do it, sir.
Question number 45. V versus T graph. Lift is going up. What is the height to which the lift takes the passengers? Height is also nothing but
Displacement.
this only.
36.
We can get height. Next, we have on the displacement time graph, two straight lines are making angle 60 degrees and 30 degrees. What is the ratio of velocities? Again, what is velocity? How is velocity obtained from displacement versus time graph? Velocity is
Slope.
obtained by slope
Tan
of the
theta
graph.
Tan 60 minus
Tan
tan
60,
60.
not plus.
3:1, sir. Answer.
Tan 60 upon tan 30.
3:1.
3:1. 3:1. Body starts from rest, moves along a straight line with constant acceleration. What is the variation of speed versus distance graph? Speed versus distance.
Sir, it is repeated, I think, sir.
Same only. Now this graph is correct here.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This here the graph is correct. That time it was wrong. Question number 58. This is nice, somewhat different. Can you find out which graph is correct for the ball dropped from a certain height on the horizontal floor? Now I will wait for some time. It is
Three, sir.
slightly difficult. Can you do it once? Try.
One, sir.
3, sir.
One will be the first to reject. It is accelerated motion. For accelerated motion, I have told you graph of S versus T is not straight line but parabola, because we know for informally accelerated motion the relation is ut plus half at square. There is a variation of proportional to t square. How can the graph be like a straight line? It is not possible for the graph to be a straight line. One will be the first to be rejected. Remaining you see.
Option 3, sir.
Option 3, sir.
Option 3.
Option 3, sir.
Option 3, sir.
Let us check now. 3 is right or 2 is right. This 2 we have doubtful. This can be any one of these two. Let us check now.
Because at final its velocity will be equal to 0, sir.
Final velocity will be equal to 0, right? That final velocity is 0 in all of these cases. In none of the cases, final velocity is not 0. It is becoming 0 at last. At last, it is attaining this value, this value, this value. From that, we cannot tell. Dropped. First of all, dropped. What do you mean by being dropped? Dropped means initial velocity, u should be 0. What is meaning of u? U is slope of ST graph. Slope of ST graph should be 0 at t equal to 0. So let us make the slope of this. What is the slope of this graph here? If I take a tangent here, it will be like this. Is it 0 slope? Not 0.
No, sir.
No, sir.
Not possible. If I take this, this also appears not to be 0. But actually it is a mistake in the printing again. It should be parabola facing upwards like this. If I think it
Yes,
is
sir.
just a parabola facing upwards in this way, it is part of that parabolic curve, then this can be treated as correct graph. Its slope will be horizontal. And horizontal slope means initial velocity will be 0.
0, sir.
So therefore 3 can be correct. What about fourth? Fourth also has that only. Its slope is also appearing to be correct.
Yes, sir.
Again, we have to choose between 3 and 4. Why only 3? Why not fourth? That we can decide again. In the fourth graph, notice what is happening. It is upward parabola, then downward parabola, then upward parabola, then onward. It is appearing that they are saying changing the direction of acceleration from one part of motion to the other part of the journey. When the ball collides with the ground, at that time acceleration is in one direction, and when it starts going up, at that time also acceleration is in the same direction. So acceleration will always be in the same direction. Therefore, the graph will always be same kind of parabola, either upward parabola or downward parabola, but it cannot become upward and then downward parabola, then upward parabola, then downward parabola. That will be wrong. It cannot be like that. Okay. I have told yesterday that if ST graph we have to plot for positive acceleration, then it is upward parabola. For negative acceleration, it is downward parabola. If acceleration does not change sign, then displacement versus time graph cannot change from upward parabola to downward parabola. Therefore, fourth is also wrong. Which can be correct? Only 3 can be correct. It can be correct. There can be other options also which can be correct. Let me give those options also. I will add one page here to tell more graphs. Okay.
62.
Wait a second. Let me add one more page here, because this is not sufficient now. Let us say we are dropping a ball, and you should know what will be the graph of V versus T for such cases. What will be the graph of S versus T for such cases when the multiple collisions are taking place. This should be very clear to us. If you are dropping a ball, let us plot V versus T graph first. What will be the acceleration? It will be fixed, equal to G. But acceleration means equal to slope of VT graph. Means slope of VT graph will always be same. It cannot change. What will be slope, positive or negative? That depends. It could be positive, it could be negative. Depends whether you are taking upward direction as positive or you are taking downward direction as positive. If I take upward direction as positive, then A will be taken as minus. If acceleration is negative, then slope of VT graph will be negative. But initially, particle was dropped from rest. Initial velocity 0. So where I should start the graph? At V0, I should start from here. At what time it is? At t equal to 0. And then I should make a negative slope graph like this. And then when it attains some speed V, when it attains some final speed V, at which it strikes the ground, after that, what happens to it suddenly at this place? If it strikes, and that during striking its velocity was V or V naught, that is the velocity.
Sir, once can you explain from the first graph, sir? I have some network problem. Your voice is not audible.
Your voice is not audible, sir.
Students, don't leave. Sir may be facing network problem. Just wait.
Are you listening now?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Okay, right.
Sir, can you explain from the first graph again? First graph again, sir.
Which one? Displacement versus time or velocity versus time? Which one? The one which they have given? Or the one which I am making now? This one? Which one you are talking about? Tell.
Sir, you are drawing from possible graphs, no, sir. That's it.
Those ones which I am drawing. Okay, I will explain. Wait a
Yes,
second.
sir.
Just wait. This one I'm plotting one graph. See, velocity versus time graph will be like this. If I have dropped a particle, means I have to start with 0 velocity, but slope is negative because acceleration is minus g. So from here, if I take a negative slope graph, it will go like this only or not?
Yes, sir.
It should be straight line. It should be straight line with negative slope. So there is no other way to go. I have to go this way only.
Yes.
If it is a straight line with positive slope starting from origin, then I have to go this way. If it is a
Yes, sir.
straight line with a positive slope but not starting from origin, means if I throw the particle with initial velocity u downwards, then initial velocity is negative. Then I will start somewhere in this place. U is negative already, and then it is going downwards. Is it okay? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. So now we can take v naught t minus v naught plus v naught. While it strikes the ground with minus v naught velocity. This point here is representing the just moment before it strikes the ground, and just moment afterwards, its velocity will suddenly changes from minus v naught to plus v naught. There will be a sudden switch. If it is collision in which there is no loss of energy, such collisions, by the way, are called as elastic collisions, in which there is no loss of energy at all, and it bounces back with the same kinetic energy. Okay. If it collides back
Once
with the
again,
same
tell, sir,
velocity,
elastic collisions.
the one which they have no loss of energy during collision. Okay.
Okay, sir.
It
Sir,
comes.
but bouncing ball will have a loss of energy, no, sir, when it strikes.
That's why
the
I
ground.
said this is a special collision in which there is no loss. Then it will happen like that.
Okay, sir.
Only for these cases when it is elastic collision. Only for the cases when there is no loss of energy. Even if it is a hypothetical case. Okay. Then this will be the graph. This one, and it repeats indefinitely. If I take the loss into account, then the graph will definitely change. What will be VT graph in that case? If I take losses into account, can you guess what will be VT graph? Then in first time, it will be covering larger distance. But afterwards, the distance will be reduced. First time it is going up to velocity minus v naught. Next time it will be coming up to minus v naught by 2, then minus v naught by 4, let us say.
the height will be keep on decreasing, no, sir.
Yes.
Till infinity.
Yes, right. Although the graph which I am plotting, that is not representing height here, but what you said is right. Then I am able to plot only up to V0 by 4 because this graph is becoming very short after that. It will be something like this here. And then
Sir, why the graph is decreasing, sir? Is there any reason?
what do you mean by why the graph is decreasing? Velocity is decreasing here, not graph. Velocity is decreasing. You
Yes, sir,
only
yes,
said
sir.
no. If we take
Velocity.
real case, you said if we take real case, then what will happen? Then obviously it is velocity just before collision, but suddenly when
Yes,
it
sir. Yes,
switches,
sir. The velocity will decrease.
it will become V0 by 2. Then the again once it becomes V0 by 2, it starts going upwards. It starts going upwards,
Yes, sir.
but acceleration is negative. Acceleration is negative, then the graph will be straight line. Where it
Okay.
attains the maximum height in these graphs, where it attains the maximum height, it is attaining. Let us say this time is T1, this is T2, this is T3, this is T4, and this is T5. This time, these odd number times are time of collisions, and the time when the maximum height is attained, those are these even numbered. Here the maximum height is attained. You notice at maximum height the velocity will be 0. In these places,
Yeah.
velocity is 0.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
And you notice nothing changes in the graph. The graph is just a straight line graph. You may think that if it reverses the direction, then probably the graph should change. Here it should also reverse, something like that should happen. Nothing happens. Therefore, acceleration for the upward journey and acceleration for the downward journey are both same. And both are same in direction as well as in magnitude. Okay, nothing changes from here to here. It is just a straight continuous graph. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Here
Yes, sir.
in our this graph also, let me draw with dots, where this place one dot, another dot, this dot. These dots are representing the points of maximum height. Then let me draw the point of switching, where it switches. It switches in these ones. In these ones, it switches suddenly. In these ones, it switches suddenly. Switches the direction, changes the direction suddenly from here to here. When it changes the direction, at that time, it has sudden large acceleration. It has so large acceleration that I'm not able to plot the graph also, and I'm making it look like vertical line. It is a single continuous graph actually. It is continuous from here to here this way. But this is a little bit undefined. We can't even define it because the slope becomes almost 90 degrees. There is very large acceleration suddenly at that instant. Okay. And that changes its velocity suddenly from minus V0 to plus V0. Means you can think like this. Acceleration is change in velocity. V0 minus of minus V0. That is change in velocity upon time interval to change. Time interval to change is very small. The above numerator is finite. Denominator is almost 0. So acceleration becomes very large, almost infinite. Therefore, these graphs are having very large slopes here. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So what is the difference in the first graph and the second graph? Difference is only one thing. First graph I have assumed for elastic collisions, and second graph is for in elastic collisions or the real collisions, which in reality take place. Here I have assumed that speed changes from in every collision, speed becomes half. That is our graph. One more thing here I want to tell, that this graph will be valid even if I reverse it completely, means I invert this graph upside down, then it will be correct only. Only difference will be, I will assume if I take y-axis downward as positive, if I start taking y-axis downward as positive, then what will happen to this graph? This graph will get inverted. Upside will become down and downside will become up. Then the slope, if I do that way, then this slope will also become positive. If I take downward direction as positive, then this slope, this graph will be shifted upwards. As it shifts upwards, then this slope will become positive. Why? Because in that case, acceleration equal to g will be taken as positive only. Okay. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Right.
Yes.
So this graph is also valid graph. If somebody has, if you see in some book and it is given in this way, then don't think that why they are giving different and sir had told something else and it is something else. This can be like this way, decreasing every time, but slopes are always positive. My slopes are always negative because I have taken acceleration to be negative. They have taken acceleration to be positive. Okay, this is also correct graph. What about displacement versus time graph? Displacement versus time graph is okay. This is also fine. There could be other possibilities in this case also, depending upon what direction we are taking positive. For example, this is one possibility when I have taken upward direction as downward direction as positive in this case. This graph is for positive acceleration. It means I am taking positive acceleration as downwards. On the other hand, if I take downward as negative acceleration, then the graph will be somewhat different, I think. What would be the graph in that case? Then this graph will be inverted downwards. It will be like this. This kind of graph. This will be the graph for the case. If I start assuming acceleration as minus g, then the graph will be this in red color. Okay. So while they are giving acceleration, they are giving this graph, making this graph, they are not assuming acceleration to be negative here. They are assuming acceleration to be positive. It means they are taking downward direction as positive direction. We can do that also. We can do that also. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Right. Question number 62, I think we already discussed. I explained that VT graph for the ball dropped. Now you tell me which will be the right answer. Which will be right answer?
4, sir.
One only, no, sir.
One only. Why 4?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Why
sir. One, sir.
4 is curve also. Curvilinear is it is first which I will reject. It is V versus T, not S versus time.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Displacement versus time graph will be curvilinear, but velocity versus time graph will be just a straight line. Only just now only we have plotted. So 1 is correct, 4 is wrong. And 3 is also wrong. What is wrong in 3? Tell me what is wrong in 3. Slope is changing, but you know acceleration does not change its sign. So slope should remain either positive or
Yes,
if
sir.
somebody has given with negative, that is also correct. That is also not wrong. But change of sign should not be there in the slope. This is completely wrong. Okay. I think this graph, is it right? No, it is completely wrong. I don't know why they are. If I invert it upwards, then also I will not get it. Otherwise, I would say that this graph will be true for speed time, but it is not even for speed time, because if I invert about time axis, then this will be something like this. It will not be able to reach its peak here. Okay. So it is completely wrong graph. Question number 64. Velocity time graph is shown. So tell, what is it? Constant acceleration. Which answer is correct? Tell me. Which answer is correct for 64?
Option 2, sir.
Slope is changing clearly.
Option
Means the
2,
acceleration.
sir.
Option 2, what is it saying? Acceleration of constant magnitude, but changing direction at the end of every 2 seconds. I think, let me check once. This, right? I think it is negative and it is positive, but magnitude wise, if we observe, then the slope will come out to be same. So I think 2
Yes,
seems
sir.
to be, 2 is right only, I think. 2 is right only. Displacement of particle 0, no, not 0. Area under graph is not 0. Velocity becomes 0 at t equal to 4 seconds, no. At t equal to 4 seconds, it is maximum. In fact, it is not 0.
Maximum,
It is 19.6. So answer should be 2. What about 65?
Two is correct, sir.
The particle
They're
may travel
asking incorrect,
along
sir.
the paths, along both the paths unaccelerated. They are asking which of the following is incorrect. First, you tell me which is correct. Forget the question what they have asked. That
Two is correct, sir.
2 is correct. Okay, let us see whether 2 is correct or not. Unaccelerated. If it is not accelerating, then velocity should be constant or not? Tell me.
Yes, sir. Velocity should be
Yes.
If
constant.
velocity is constant, then slope of YT graph will be constant or not constant?
Sir?
If velocity is constant, then slope of YT graph should be constant. It
Yes, sir.
cannot be
Yes, sir.
curve. If it is curvilinear graph, then there is acceleration. It cannot be zero acceleration. You are saying it is unaccelerated. Completely wrong. It is not
Then-
unaccelerated.
It
From
then
So
that
A
is
to
wrong.
B, this path is unaccelerated. The straight line path.
Yes, sir.
But in this
But
path,
the first path is not, it is accelerated, sir.
it has downward parabola shape, somewhat upward parabola
sir.
shape. So what I can think here, although these graphs are not right, actually, but you know what they are doing here? They are making graph like this. It is impossible graph. At the same time, particle cannot be in two positions. Can it be in two positions?
No,
At the
sir.
same point, a particle cannot be in two positions. So ignore this curve which is turning backwards. Assume it is not turning backwards. Diagram is not right here. Okay. Diagram is not right. That diagram actually should be something like this, and then maybe this. This is the diagram. Let us.
Yes.
Okay, that is the correct diagram. So it is A and it is B, and this is one path here. One path is curvilinear and other is straight line path. A to B straight line. So in the path A to B straight line path, this is particle 1, this is particle 1, this is particle 2, particle 2. Particle 2 is always going along straight line, particle 1 is always going along curvilinear path. Now you answer this question once again. Particle may travel along both the paths unaccelerated. Wrong. Along
sir.
AB particle is unaccelerated. Average velocity of the particle along two paths must be equal. Average means change in, what is average velocity formula?
Total
Average velocity formula is
Total
y
distance
displacement
by
minus
total
y1
distance by total time.
upon total time. We can see time interval from A to B for both same, and y1, y2 for both graphs same. So average velocity for both graphs
Same, sir. Average velocity same.
same only. Next, direction of instantaneous velocity along path 1 and 2 can be same for maximum of 2 points on the path. How to tell the direction of instantaneous velocity? It is wrong, I think. All right. Check once. What is the direction of velocity? Can you tell the direction of velocity here?
Tangent of the curve.
No. I have told this thing that if a particle is moving in along a path, then the velocity will always be tangent to that path. And you are forgetting that this is not a path. When you are looking at it, what you are thinking? It is a road, and on the road some particle is moving. Are you looking like that? It is just a graph plotted. What this graph means?
Yes, sir.
Even if particle is just moving along one axis, let us say particle is moving just along y axis only, and you want to plot its graph, then you will notice it different displacements along y axis at different times, and you will make the points and you will connect those points. Then we will get this graph as curvilinear. It doesn't ever mean that the particle is moving along this line. No,
No, sir. No, sir.
particle is actually moving along y axis only. If particle is only moving along y axis, then the possible velocities of the particles are always either j cap direction or minus j cap. There are only two possible directions of velocity. No other direction is possible. These are not the path followed by the particle. Can this graph be for the path followed by the particle? Yes, if I plotted y versus x graph, because in that case, it represents the actual position along y and along x. Then this can become real path followed. Okay, real physical path followed if it is y versus x graph. But if it is y versus t or velocity versus time or acceleration versus time, then these are just curves plotted by connecting several points, and those points we have made by noticing what was the value of displacement for time t1, y1 at t1, y2 at t2, y3 at t3, and so on. This idea should always be in your mind. But particle is always moving along y-axis. Therefore, velocity should be either along plus j cap or minus j cap. They are saying here, direction of instantaneous velocity along path R1, 2 can be same for maximum of two paths. Completely wrong. It is maximum in many infinite number of points. It is maximum in many places. Okay, this is wrong. If I ask you, let me give you more points here so that I can ask you one question. Let us say one point is point number C and one point is point D. Tell me in which what is the direction of velocity for points at point C and what is the direction of velocity at point D. At C, dy by dt positive or not? If I take slope of this
Yes.
graph, tangent at C, dy by
Yes,
dt
sir,
is
it's
positive.
positive, sir.
At D, it is negative. It
Negative,
means
sir.
at
Yes, sir,
D,
it's
velocity
negative.
is minus j cap, and at C, velocity is plus j cap.
Plus j cap.
That is what it means. At C, velocity is plus j cap. So all the points where the slope is positive, all those have same direction velocity plus j cap. And all the points with negative slope have same direction of velocity, that is minus j cap. I am noticing that they have plus j cap in many points, both of them. So this is completely wrong. Not only for 2 points, they have same direction, many number of points.
Sir,
Average
but
and
the question is saying which of the following is incorrect, sir. So only one
no,
option
the
can
please,
belong.
please, listen. Don't worry about what the question is. I am analyzing the question. Please try to understand the concept. You are worried about what the answer will be. Really, I am not even worried about what the answer is. I am just teaching you the concept, and I am really not that much interested also in what the question is. I'm not interested in that. You learn the concept here. Avoid these mistakes which
Okay,
some
sir.
students committed just now only. Avoid those. Please focus only on those things. Forget every other thing here. Forget what the question is, what the statement is. But just focus on what I'm saying here. That first of all, this graph is wrong here because at the same time, there cannot be two displacements. It is mistake here. Second, I told you that this is completely wrong to think that if I take velocity, that will be in the direction given by the tangent. No, that is not the velocity because it is not a real path followed. It is just path plotted by connecting the points, connecting the dots. Just keep these ideas in mind. We will decide at last what are the answers. Don't worry about the answers right now.
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, actually, like paths, we can take distance now, sir.
What actual?
The curvilinear path is distance and straight line path is displacement.
No, this boy is again completely misunderstanding it. I'm finding it unfortunate why I'm not able to make you understand. This is not even a path followed. While you are looking at it, what you are seeing a path, you are seeing a road on which a person is moving. Are you seeing that or what? It is not, I told you several times, it is just, I don't know what should I say really and in what way I should say. Let me try again. Where is that graph? Let me try it again. Listen, I am giving you some data and you have to make the graph. How will you make the graph? Particle is going along y-axis. Okay, this is y-axis, this is x-axis, and if I plot y-axis along horizontal, you will again be confused. So I am plotting y-axis along vertical, and I am telling you a chart here. Y, sorry, not x. It is t. It is t. Y and it is t, and I am telling you different positions at different time intervals. At t equal to 1 second, particle has displacement 1. At t equal to 2 seconds, particle has displacement maybe
Sir, your voice is not audible.
Sir, voice is not audible. Sir.
Please call me instantaneously only if I lost the connection anytime. At that time only you have to call me. I was explaining and I explained for 3-4 minutes and I found that nobody is listening at it. Connection was lost. Are you there now?
Okay. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Anytime if connection is lost, you have to call me at that instant only. I don't know this graph you have seen or not.
No, sir.
No, sir.
See, so much I have completely lost. What this boy was saying, somebody was saying in between that this is the direction of displacement and this is the distance. Really, it is not a path followed. I made a separate graph for this for that purpose. I said, let us say particle is going only along y-axis, and particle is at t equal to 1 second, particle is at y equal to 1, t equal to 2 second, particle is at y equal to 2, t equal to 3 second, particle is at y equal to 4, t equal to 4 second, particle is at y equal to 3 again. And this is the graph for that. So particle is only going in one straight line. What is the displacement in that case? From 1 to 2 second. From 1 to 2 second, the displacement 0 to 2 second, the displacement will be 2 only. And distance will also be 2 only. Will it be different? Tell me. 0 to 2 second, the distance and displacement, are these different or same? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Same, sir.
Yes, sir.
Zero to 2 second, the distance and displacement are same or not? Same only. And 0 to 3 second also distance and displacement are same only. 0 to 3 second means up to y equal to 4. Here y became 4 here. It is same only. But after that, the displacement starts decreasing and displacement again becomes equal to y coordinate again becomes equal to 4, 3 at t equal to 4 seconds. Now the distance is different and displacement is different. What is displacement at the end of 4 seconds? Displacement at the end of 4 seconds is 3. But what is the displacement at the distance at the end of 4 seconds? 4 plus 1, 5. Is it okay?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So it is not the displacement, Please understand, it is not the path being followed. It is just a graph plotted between y versus t, and that graph we have to plot by noting down every position at every instant of time and then make several points and then connect those. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Right. So where was that question again? The direction of instantaneous velocity along the path 1 and 2 can be same for maximum of 2 points. It is completely wrong. Average and instantaneous velocity along the path 1 can have same direction. Average and instantaneous velocity. Average velocity and instantaneous velocity can be same, yes. What are the possible directions of average velocity? Average velocities are along j cap. Average velocities can be along j cap or minus j cap, right? Along y axis only. And instantaneous velocities are also along those two directions only. Therefore, it is possible that average and instantaneous velocity along path 1 can have same direction. It is true only. It is correct statement only. The correct statements are not our answers. Our answers will be incorrect statements. So what should our answers be? 2 and 3 will be our answers.
2 and 3.
Okay, those will be our answers. Understood? These are
Yes, sir.
answers because these are incorrect. Question number 66.
Sir,
Yes.
62nd question, option 2, sir.
60.
Second.
Second question, option 2. You want
They,
to discuss?
they mentioned speed, sir, not
Okay,
velocity.
okay. Right. Sorry. If they mention speed, then it will be inverted. Yes, then it will be this only. Whatever is negative side, that we have to take positive side. They mentioned, I did not read the question at that time. I just saw V and T and I thought it is velocity versus time. It is speed versus time. The speed versus time, which is correct? Second is correct. Okay.
Second.
Question number 66. Answer this one now. 66 question. Graph below gives the displacement of the particle along x-axis as a function of time. AM is the tangent to the curve at starting moment. Bn is the tangent to the curve at the end moment. What these tangents represent in xt graph? These tangents represent dx by dt. And what is dx by dt? Vx. So indirectly I can say Vx is equal to tan theta 1 and V initial means that the initial instant I can write it as ux and Vx will be final will be tan theta 2. Okay, this is given to us. Next, average acceleration during the first 20 seconds we have to find. These are given, we can determine the values of these. What is the value of this tan theta 1? They are same angles. Same angles. Then average acceleration is Vx minus ux divided by time interval. That is average acceleration, which will be 0 because initial velocity and final velocity are equal. Are these equal or not?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, because in xt graph we get the velocities from the. So some student may get here confused. They may think it is displacement versus time graph. They will have this idea in mind that slope of displacement versus time graph gives us velocity and area does not give us anything. But then they will think acceleration, how to obtain, and that to average acceleration. Understand average acceleration formula first. Vx, V final minus U initial minus final velocity minus initial velocity divided by time. And we can determine those final and initial velocities, and that is enough for us. We can get the acceleration to be on an average 0. Okay. It does not mean it is it has 0 acceleration throughout. No, it has accelerations, positive as well as negative, but on an average it is 0. '73. Can you do 73 once?
కింద నేను క్లాస్ అయిపోయిన తర్వాత చెప్తాను.
Question number 73. How to do? What we have to find first of all, velocity and
Option B, sir.
distance traveled and displacement. It is most difficult question as compared to others. Others were simple, directly just see the graph and get the answer. But in this case, we have to really solve. We have to write the equations and we have to solve it. Because from acceleration versus time graph, we can directly get information of only either acceleration or change in velocity. But we can't get the information of displacement, neither by area under the graph, nor by the slope. So to get the information of displacement, first I will have to determine velocities. And then after getting velocity, then I will have to get the displacement. This is little lengthy. To do that, I recommend that here, first you write the intervals. Acceleration for the first interval. Acceleration for the first interval is 4. It is uniformly accelerated motion. Good for us. If it is uniformly accelerated motion, then velocity is easily obtainable. U1 plus A1 into T. And displacement is also easily obtainable for the first interval, which is equal to U1 into T plus half of A1 into T square. First interval is very simple. What about the next interval? That is tough. Because in that case, it is
Here the voice is from the
Sir,
Yes,
voice is not
yes,
audible.
yes. No, I was thinking that. Just think. You also think how to do this one. Can you think about it? How to do?
Sir, can we find A as function of time?
Yes, that only is the option. First case is simple. Second case, we have to find acceleration as a function of time. How to find the acceleration as a function of time?
A equal to mx plus c, sir.
Yes, equation of the straight line. Equation of the straight line we can get by writing not y equal to mx plus c here, but here I will prefer this equation y2 minus y1 upon x2 minus x1. That is the slope of the graph. That can be written as y minus y1 upon x minus x1. This way we will get equation. The points are minus 2 along time axis and minus 2 along y axis. This is 10, 0. Then I can say here in place of y, you think about a minus a1 upon t minus t1 is equal to a2 minus a1 upon t2 minus t1. T2 minus t1. This will give us relation. Tell me what is a1 here. Consider it as t1 and it is a1. This is t2 and this is a2. And then tell me what result do we get. What is acceleration?
A
We can
plus
get it as a minus of a plus 2 divided by t minus
2.
2 is equal to 2 divided by t2 minus t1 is 8. So I'm getting a plus 2 into 4 is equal to t minus 2, or a is equal to t divided by 4 what will it be?
Minus 1 by 2 minus 2.
Minus 1 by 2 total finally
Minus 5 by 2.
minus 5 by 2. Okay, right. This is acceleration and this is valid for t greater than 2 seconds. Then I will write two intervals of accelerations. You can think now as if a function is given to you, which is equal to 4 for t less than 2, and which is equal to t by 4 minus 5 by 2 for t greater than 2. Now, how to get velocity? Now forget the graph. Once we have already converted it into function, then we don't have to look the graph again. It is enough for us. Now we will start writing what is the final velocity obtained just after the first interval. First interval is of 2 seconds. Then final velocity obtained will be, what was initial velocity given? From origin at rest, initial velocity was 0. So u is given as 0. Then we are getting v1 as, what is v1? v1 is 4 into 2, that is 8 meter per second. This final velocity of the first interval is initial velocity of the second interval. Don't forget it. Okay, final velocity of the first interval is equal to initial velocity of the second interval. What we are going to write now, dv for the second interval, dv2 by dt is equal to acceleration for the second interval, and that acceleration is equal to t by 4 minus 5 by 2. then dv2 will be equal to this into dt. Limits of velocity. Velocity will vary from 0 to not 0, 8 to
A2 V2 no, sir.
v2,
sir. 8 to
and time will vary from 2 to some t time.
10.
Why 2 I have taken? Because observe it was 2 at initially it was 2 only for the second interval. Time was already 2 seconds. 0 to t.
And R2 to T, sir.
2 to
2 to 10 no, sir.
no, not 10. Reason is there for that. They are asking displacement also. If I find 10, then I will be getting the final velocity. But how will I answer what is our displacement? To answer what is displacement, I have to integrate once again. I can integrate only if I obtain velocity 2 as a function of time. Therefore, I need to integrate up to t only. At any time, you can put t as 10 and then you can get answer for final velocity also. Okay. v2 minus 8 is equal to t square by 8 minus 5 by 2 into t limits 2 to t, that we are getting as t square by 8 minus 5 by 2 into t minus 4 by 2, 1 by 4 by 8 is 1 by 2 minus 5 by 2 into 2, that is 5. This is equal to v2 minus 8. Okay. Next, what is v2 then? v2 is equal to t square by 8 minus 5 by 2t. This minus 8 will go to that side. We get it as 1 by 2 minus 5.
Twenty-five by 2, sir.
After adding
Sir, after whole adding all.
25 by 2. That is v2. Once we know v2, now we have to write displacement in the second interval. ds2 by dt is equal to t square by 8 minus 5 by 2t plus 25 by 2. Then I will get the displacement in the second interval as starting from 0 to s2. And here t square by 8 minus 5 by 2t plus 25 by 2 into dt integral. Now you can take not 0 again, not 0. Time is from which to 2 to
10, sir.
2 to 10. Now you can take the total. That will give us total displacement in the second interval. For first interval, no need to do all such integration stuff because we already know uniformly accelerated motion. Then I can directly write ut plus half at square. And then I can directly get the answer as u is 0, half into 4 into 2 square, which is, what is the displacement? 4 to 8. 8 is the displacement for the first interval. First interval displacement 8. Second interval displacement we are going to find from here. Somewhat calculative. I'm leaving it for you. Do it yourself. If you don't get the answer tomorrow, you tell me. But I think you will get the answer. Okay, you solve it further. And what about the distance? Once you are getting the displacements, one displacement may come out to be negative, other may come out to be positive. Then to find out the distance, we have to take mod of both.
Sir, is it 0 to S2 or 8 to S2, sir?
What?
Displacement limits. Can you explain, sir?
No, one more thing, one more problem is there here in this place. Wait a second, just I will explain that. Wait a second, but I noticed one more problem here. If I have to find distance, I cannot find it easily, even after knowing the displacement also, unfortunately. Distance is still tough. To find distance, what I have to do? v2 mod into dt integral. Now you may think that also will be same thing. No, it may not be same. If I have to say v2 into dt integral, I have to split this 2 to 10 interval in 2 times. One time is some other time t0, then again t0 to 10, v2 dt. This way I have to take. Why? If velocity is becoming 0 at t0, if there is some time in between 2 and 10 when it is becoming 0, now is it become 0 at any time or not? We have to check it first. If I put t0, what do we get? Sorry, if I put v0, what do we get? What time do we get? We have to check that thing also. Are we getting any time interval for which velocity becomes 0 in between? Let us see the answers. Velocity of the particle at t equal to 2 seconds, easiest to answer. We know already. Answered. What about A? Time at which particle comes to rest again? No, wrong. Acceleration is 0, but particle may not come to rest. How to know when the particle comes to rest? V minus u is equal to area under acceleration versus time graph. What is initial velocity? 0. If final velocity also 0, then area under AT graph should be 0. Means this upside area should be equal to downside area. Let us check whether it is 0 or not. Can you find out when it is 0? 4 into 2 is 8. I want downside area also at 8. Half into 2 into 10. That is more than 8. Then it means there is some other time in between. Let us say that time is t. This area is equal to that area. Then at t time velocity will become 0. Are you getting this point?
Yes, sir.
Right. There will be some time in between at which the upper area will be cancelling the lower area. Let that time be t0. At t0, velocity will become 0. How to find t0? Just equate the areas. 8 is equal to half into area of trapezium. This plus
2 plus
this.
T0.
Not t0. This is not t0. This is 2. This is different. This we have to find. Unfortunately, it is not easy. Not that tough also, but we have to find it. Similar triangle concept we have to use here. Then we have to find this value. Can you find it out?
Sir, downside area is also 8 only, sir. Half into 8 into 2, sir.
Yes,
Half
sir.
into. Let me check once again. I
Yes, sir.
calculated wrongly.
Yes,
It
sir.
is
Yes, sir.
8. It is 2.
You wrote 10, sir.
Half into 8 into. Oh yes, I took 10. I think. Then this is then
Yes,
lucky.
sir.
Good for us. Very good for us. We are saved. It will be really tough question again. If the velocity does not become 0 at t equal to 10, then I have to find that intermediate time. I think, I don't know, but I feel that I should ask you that difficult question also. I think you give it a try, that if it is t equal to 12 seconds here, then how would you have done that? That will be interesting. More time taking, but more challenging also, that you will gain some concept in that. You try to do it yourself. Okay. What you have to do afterwards, when the class ends, take t as 10 seconds here and then see how to do that question. I think time is already over, right? So maybe I will end discuss this last question, and after that.
Sir, in
We will-
integral ds2 limits is
In
integral ds2, sir.
in integral ds2, I can take the limits 2 to 10. What is the problem in that?
8 to s2 or 0 to s2, sir.
That is your choice. Doesn't make much difference. If you take 8 to s2, then you have already added it means the final s2 which you are getting, that will be the total displacement from 0 to up to 10 seconds. But I am taking separate displacement for the second interval and separate for the first intervals. I will add that first one afterwards, but you will
Yes,
not
sir.
add. If you are already taking 8 here, then once you write s2, that will be the final total displacement. You don't have to add 8 again. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay. But I am taking separately, so I will have to add the initial displacement also. It is your choice what you want to take it. Okay. So let us end this discussion here. And
Evening also class is there, sir.
today evening I will not take. Today you
Okay,
do
sir.
some work. There is this assignment is there. You better finish some more questions from this, and that will be better. Okay. I am posting it in the Google Drive also. In classroom, I will give it to you.